Losing a celebrity is always hard. For the most part, we grow up with them, we admire them, we watch them in our homes, and they shape our lives in more ways than one. So when they pass away, it can be emotionally draining and absolutely devastating. So today on Top 10 Beyond the Screen, I'm going to be counting down our list of the top 10 celebrities who passed away this decade. This list is made purely out of respect, and we mean in no way to disrespect the life or legacy of these stars. Saying that, let's jump in. Coming in at 10, Whitney Houston. Born Whitney Elizabeth Houston, she was a singer and actress who was cited as the most awarded female artist of all time by Guinness World Records, and remains one of the best-selling music artists of all time, with 200 million records sold worldwide. Following the critical success of My Love Is Your Love, Houston signed a 100 million contract with Arista Records. However, her personal struggles began overshadowing her career, with the album Just Whitney receiving mixed reviews. Not to mention her drug use and tumultuous relationship with Bobby Brown were widely publicized. On February 11, 2012, Houston was found dead at the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, with the coroner's report showing she had accidentally drowned in the bathtub with heart disease and cocaine use as a contributing factor. Coming in at 9, CORY Monteith. Born CORY Allen Michael Monteith, he was a Canadian actor, singer, and musician known for his role as Finn Hudson in the television series Glee. While living in British Columbia, Monteith had minor roles on TV series before being cast on Glee, and following his success, he landed film roles including Monte Carlo as well as the TV series Sisters and Brothers. However, Monteith had a troubled adolescence involving substance abuse from age 13. He left school at age 16. After an intervention by his friends and family, he entered drug rehabilitation at age 19. However, on Saturday, July 13, 2013, at the age of 31, Monteith was found dead in his room at the Fairmont Pacific Rim Hotel in Vancouver. He was scheduled to check out that day, but when he failed to do so, hotel staff entered his room and discovered his body. The final autopsy report stated that he passed away from a mixed drug toxicity consisting of heroin and alcohol, as well as codeine and morphine. Coming in at number 8, Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher was an actress, writer, and comedian best known for playing Princess Leia in the Star Wars films, a role for which she was nominated for 4 Saturn Awards. She also appeared in works such as Shampoo, The Blues Brothers, Hannah and Her Sisters, When Harry Met Sally, and The Women. She also wrote a book about her life, which she was finishing the European leg of her tour for when she suffered a medical emergency around 15 minutes before her commercial flight was due to land in LA from London. A passenger who was seated next to Fisher stated that she had stopped breathing. Another performed CPR on her until paramedics arrived at the scene. She was immediately taken to the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center, where she was placed on a ventilator. On the morning of December 27, 2016, after being in intensive care for 4 days, Fisher passed away at the age of 60. The LA County Department of Public Health issued a death certificate that stated cardiac arrest/deferred as the cause of death. Coming in at 7, Debbie Reynolds. A direct follow-on from our previous number, Debbie Reynolds was an actress, singer, businesswoman, and also the mother of Carrie Fisher. Her career spanned almost 70 years, with the actress being nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Most Promising Newcomer for her portrayal of Helen Kane in 3 Little Words. However, her breakout role was her first leading role as Kathy Selden in Singing in the Rain. As we know, on December 27th, Carrie Fisher passed away, and the following day, on the 28th, Reynolds was taken by ambulance to a medical center in LA after suffering a severe stroke, according to her son Todd Fisher. Later that afternoon, Reynolds was pronounced dead. She was 84 years old. Her cause of death was determined to be intraceable hemorrhage with hypertension a contributing factor. However, most will say that she had died of a broken heart. Coming in at number 6, Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain was a celebrity chef, author, and travel documentarian who starred in programs focusing on exploration of international culture, cuisine, and the human condition. He first became known for his best-selling book Kitchen Confidential: Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly, as well as his first food and world travel series, A Cook's Tour, which ran for 35 episodes on the Food Network back in 2002 and 2003. In early June 2018, Bourdain was working on an episode of Parts Unknown in Strasbourg. On June 8th, he was found dead of an apparent suicide by hanging in his room in La Chambre Hotel in Kaisberg near Colmar. He was just 17 days short of his 62nd birthday. Coming in at 5, Paul Walker. Walker. Paul Walker was an actor and philanthropist best known for his role as Brian O'Connor in the Fast and Furious movie franchise. He began his career back in the 70s and 80s, but first gained recognition after appearing in the TV soap opera The Young and the Restless. Following his success, he quickly transitioned into movies, appearing in films such as She's All That, Varsity Blues, and of course the entire Fast and the Furious franchise. However, on November 30th, 2013 at around 3:30 p.m, Walker and Roger Rodas left an event for Walker's charity Reach Out Worldwide for victims of typhoon, with Rodas driving his Porsche Carrera GT in a 45-mile-per-hour speed zone. The car crashed into a concrete lamppost and 2 trees and burst into flames instantly. Rodas died of multiple trauma, while Walker died from the combined effects of trauma and burns. According to reports, both of their bodies were burned beyond recognition. Coming in at 4, David Bowie. Born David Robert Jones, known professionally as David Bowie, he was a singer, songwriter, and actor known for songs such as Heroes and Space Oddity. He also starred in films such as Labyrinth, The Prestige, and The Man Who Fell to Earth. On January 10th, 2016, 2 days after his 69th birthday and the release of his album Black Star, Bowie passed away from liver cancer in his New York apartment. He had been diagnosed 18 months prior but had not made his diagnosis public. He even kept working during his illness, with his producer Tony Visconti writing, I quote, "He always did what he wanted to do, and he wanted to do it in his way and wanted to do it the best way. His death was no different from his life, a work of art. He made Black Star for us, his parting gift. I knew for a year this was the way it would be. I wasn't, however, prepared for it. He was an extraordinary man full of love and life. He will always be with us. For now, it is appropriate to cry." Coming in at number 3, Amy Winehouse. Born Amy Jade Winehouse, she was an English singer and songwriter known for songs such as Rehab, Back to Black, and Love is a Losing Game. She was known for her deep, expressive contralto vocals and her eclectic mix of musical genres, including soul, rhythm and blues, and jazz. However, behind closed doors, Winehouse was plagued by drug and alcohol addiction, and 3 days before her death, Winehouse's bodyguard arrived at her residence and stated that she had been somewhat intoxicated. According to the bodyguard, on the day of her death, July 23, 2011, he observed her lying on her bed, with the bodyguard attempting to unsuccessfully rouse her. She was not breathing and had no pulse, with the singer being declared dead at the scene. Coming in at 2, Prince. Born Prince Rogers Nelson in 1958, he was a singer, songwriter, musician, record producer, dancer, actor, and filmmaker. Prince is often regarded as one of the greatest musicians in history, with his innovative music integrating a wide variety of styles, including funk, rock, R&B, new wave, soul, psychedelia, and pop. Prior to his passing, Prince saw Michael T. Schulenberg, a Twin Cities specialist in family medicine, on April 7, 2016. Once again on April 20th. He then went on to postpone 2 performances, with the venue releasing a statement saying he had influenza. While flying back to Minneapolis early the next morning, he became unresponsive, and his private jet made an emergency landing at Quad City International Airport in Illinois, where he was hospitalized and received Narcan, medication used to block the effects of opioids, especially following an overdose. Once conscious, he left the hospital, going against the wishes of the doctors. However, on April 20th, 2016, Prince's representative called a specialist in addiction medicine and pain management seeking help for the singer, and on April 21st, the sheriff's office received a 911 call stating that a man was unconscious, that man being Prince. He was found unresponsive in an elevator where CPR was performed. However, he had already been dead for 6 hours prior to their arrival. According to the medical examiner, Prince had died of an accidental overdose of fentanyl at the age of 57. And finally, coming in at number 1, Robin Williams. Born Robin McLaren Williams in 1951, he was an actor and comedian who began performing stand-up comedy in San Francisco in the mid-70s before rising to fame playing the alien Mork in the sitcom Mork and Mindy. He established a career in both stand-up and acting, with him being best known for roles such as Good Morning Vietnam, Dead Poet Society, Patch Adams, Aladdin, Miss Doubtfire, Hook, and Good Will Hunting. Williams was nominated 4 times for Academy Awards, winning Best Supporting Actor for his performance as psychologist Sean Maguire in Good Will Hunting. The actor seemed to have it all, but as most will know, behind closed doors we never really know what is going on with a person, especially in a person's mind. On August 11, 2014, Williams committed suicide in his Paradise Cay home. He was cremated and his ashes were scattered over San Francisco Bay the day after his passing. The actor's passing affected everyone, including Barack Obama, who said, I quote, "Robin Williams was an airman, a doctor, doctor, a genie, a nanny, a president, a professor, a bangarang, Peter Pan, everything in between. But he was one of a kind. He arrived in our lives as an alien, but he ended up touching every element of the human spirit. He made us laugh, he made us cry, he gave us immeasurable talent freely and generously to those who needed it most. From our troops stationed abroad to the marginalized on our own streets, the Obama family offers our condolences to Robin's family, his friends, and everyone who found their voice and their verse thanks to Robin. Well, there we have it. Again, this is a video made out of love and respect for these stars. We wish to honor their legacy instead of glorify their deaths. Our hearts go out to their families. May they rest in peace. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, see you later.